Winner moves on. Loser sees their season come to an end. MLB Network brings you exclusive coverage of the winner-take-all wild-card game. It's the one-game National League wild-card playoff between the New York Mets and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Arizona Diamondbacks.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men with a lot on their shoulders. Our two starters here in this wild card matchup. And now a chance to meet the Mets. H, what has to happen if they want to survive the wild card game and move on?
Well, I think the key here is get runners on early and score as often as you can. Get that pitcher into stretch. Force the action. Steal a base, hit and run. Force the defense to have to handle the ball. I don't care how good a defensive team you are, but when you continue having pressure on you, it just forces you to have to act and react to it. All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the D-backs. And in the outfield, A.J. Pollock, he can go get them. You know, when he was at Notre Dame, they thought about him playing football because he was so fast. And now as he patrols the outfield, you see the great stride and you wonder, were they onto something?
Now at the plate, the kid. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Snuck that high hard one by him without a swing, but that's a pitch and location he can do a lot of damage with. Got to be careful doing that.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. There's a swing and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Peralta ranging back. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the Mets. And now Arizona gets its first opportunity in a scoreless ball game. Stepping in and ready for another shot, the kid. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that'll split the gap, as it should be extra bases. Around first, he's digging for second. He hit the corner and tries for third. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple. The speed they always talk about with this guy was on full display there.
Yeah, when you've got elite speed like this guy does, Matt, you don't need any help from the fielders to give you more time. He's thinking extra bases as soon as the ball gets to the outfield, and that time he wanted 3.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Number 5, David
Men
Wright.
on third with 2 down. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Gregorius is there for it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. No damage done after the 2-out triple. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Trying to pick things up where we left off.
Now
David
batting,
Peralta. He'll try to
fielder,
follow up the double in his last
Peralta.
at-bat with another big hit right here. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. A dive. He's got it. What a play. Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Digging in and looking for more. The kid, 1 for 2 with a triple so far in this one. Into the windup and the pitch. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
I really like how he's getting ahead early in the count. He's pitching aggressively, and what that does, it holds the pitch count down.
Chop fouled over towards the coaching box.
Matt, he's thrown 2 pitches right down the middle and got away with them. I don't think he should go back there again, but he's got to locate a little bit better if he wants to put him away. This guy's too good a hitter.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. And another foul ball. Hit sharply on the ground. Vasquez comes up with it. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Mets go down 1-2-3, but they lead it 1-0. Digging in once again, the kid. He's looking to deliver here with the bases loaded and 2 out in the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike one, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
The 0-1 delivery. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. 1 run is scored. And a very important insurance run comes across to score from second. It's now 3-1.
Man, to come up late in the game and get 2 runs driven in to put you ahead in a game that was tied, that is beautiful. Now it's up to the pitching.
Digging in to try it again, David Wright. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Chopped weakly to the left. Scooped up. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out. So 2 runs. This one definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game. A National League Division Series between the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac. And Dan, we'll start with you. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Well, here's a little comparison of these two teams. Looking at it earlier, to me, the story is all about the pitching. Both squads have some good arms, and the team that gets the best outings are probably going to come out on top.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Washington Nationals.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Harold, what's the key for them against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matt, they got a great pitcher on the mound, so to me, my philosophy changes when I know he's throwing. I only need a couple runs. So I get that leadoff guy on, I may move him up and drive in a run every time I get an opportunity. And then it just relaxes him on the mound as well, knowing he's got a couple runs early and let him do his thing.
Steven Strasburg will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. HR, what's the word on him?
Matt, everybody knows who this guy is. Last year he was a Cy Young Award winner. He's got electric stuff, and I just love watching how he goes about his business. He gets himself ready for every start, and he has a game plan. I'm curious to see how he's going to attack this lineup today with the game plan he's put together. Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Nationals. And in the outfield, Bryce Harper. You know, when he first broke into the league when he was 19, 20 years old, he was running around like a crazy man all over the place like a little jackrabbit. Out of control. He's calmed it down now.
Batting third, first baseman, the Kid.
Hey, let it fly up there, huh?
See it? Right, let's go, Kid.
Here's the first pitch to him. And that one right down Main Street.
Well, how often do you see this? The reigning Cy Young Award winner facing the reigning MVP. This is a cool matchup.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Harper has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Quick work there as the Mets are down on 4 pitches. Now it'll be Washington's turn in a scoreless ball game. Here's the center fielder, Denard Span. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
The center fielder, Denard Span.
And now a pitch on the way. Bounce to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Ready for another chance. The kid. He'll start things out against Steven Strasburg as we get the inning underway.
Hey, nice and patient. Get your pitch.
Right down Broadway that time. Strike one.
Man, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success.
0-1, here it comes. Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle. But right there to glove it is the short.
Leading off for the Mets, first baseman, the kid.
One pitch right here. On out.
First delivery to him on the way. Hit hard on the ground to second, and it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. So with that, the Mets have a runner aboard to get the inning underway.
Well, that's a first pitch single. Maybe they got to get a little more aggressive. He's dominated them early in counts and throughout the whole game. Maybe they've changed their game plan. We'll see. Are they going to be aggressive or continue to be passive?
Stepping in and ready for another shot, David Wright. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Now a bunt attempt here, and they'll just tag him out along the first base line. And they've got the runner trapped in a hot box between second and third now. But one's all they'll get as he's back in safely at second.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing you do is just go ahead and
his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with the runner in scoring position.
Right guy, right spot. Come on now, kid. Go.
Runner's on his way to third. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trip.
Right. Then he goes down looking, and you really can't feel too sorry for him. Not a lot of protecting with 2 strikes there.
Sharp ground ball to third. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. Mets lead 1. They trail it here 2-0.
7th inning stretch.
Digging in and looking for more. The kid. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the at-bat. A high fastball is in there. The win would be Steven Strasburg's here, barring any late turn of events. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Back goes Span. And as Mets fans have heard before, that ball's out of here. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. His first homer so far in the series. And the Mets have come back to tie this one at 2.
Well, people always wonder why some players make so much money, and there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion in the postseason, and he did right there.
Digging in once again, the kid. He went deep earlier, and he's 2 for 4 to this point. Here's the first pitch. A swing and a ball to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Clear is digging for home. And the go-ahead run will score from second as they've taken the lead here in the late going. Striding in once again, David Wright. He was a ground out victim last time up. Now the 0-2 pitch. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? To second for one. On to Napoli, but it's too late, and they'll settle for just the one.
Well, they had to put in a couple of extra innings of work, but hey, listen, a win is a win, and any win is good, especially on the road.
Time for one last check of the line score in this extra innings victory. Well, heroes are made in the postseason, and he was at least the hero in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
The final line score for this afternoon.
We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. It's Game 2 of the NLDS between the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. Who will get the better of this compelling matchup? We'll find out.
I love the fact he's always solid. He doesn't complain. He wants the baseball. His career ERA is under 3.5. So I'm looking for him again to have another one of those outings where he's durable and goes after the hitter.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Washington Nationals.
And now a chance to meet the Mets. Harold, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, Matt, they got a great pitcher on the mound, so to me, my philosophy changes when I know he's throwing. I only need a couple runs. So I get that leadoff guy on, I may move him up and drive in a run every time I get an opportunity. And then it just relaxes him on the mound as well, knowing he's got a couple runs early and let him do his thing.
Max Scherzer is on the mound for Game 2. Harold, what do you got?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I love the fact he mixes them well. And we'll just see if he's on today. That means he's throwing strikes with all of them, and he'll have a dominant game if he does so. Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Nationals.
Batting third, first baseman, the Kid.
Hey, let her rip one time.
Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball, and set up behind the dish is Eric Summersgill as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Summersgill's a little notorious for having a wide zone. Really frustrating for hitters. I saw one guy turn around at him one day and yell, "Is this a picnic table or is it a plate?" Yeah, he was tossed before he finished the sentence.
Swing and a liner. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So the 2-out base hit on the top of the inning is still alive.
Well, that's the danger of throwing fastballs back-to-back. The guy measures the first one, then he times the second one, gets the base hit.
At the plate, David Wright. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away.
David Wright.
Hey, clean up and drive.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. This one's flared toward left center. Mercer into shallow left. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. And now the Nationals get their first opportunity. No score. Stepping in and ready for another shot, the Kid, and he'll lead things off against Max Scherzer.
Hey, let's go, big fella. This is right here.
Right over the middle, knee high. Oh, 1, here's the pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. Oh, and this deflects right off him. He'll get it into second. And he's out trying to stretch it into a double, so a costly mistake here leading off the inning.
Well, clearly they challenged the guy they shouldn't have right there. He's got a missile launcher for an arm, so when he saw him trying to stretch a double, he unleashed one to cut him down, so probably won't be doing that again in this one.
Ready for another chance? Jordy
10,
Mercer. He drew a base on balls his first time up.
Mercer.
Now a ball hit for right. This could be 2. 1 there. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network. Ready once again. The Kid. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th. Into the windup and the pitch. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. Here's Bryce Harper now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Bryce Harper.
Ground ball sent back up the middle to second for 1. On to first, and he really paid the price at second base, but it's a double play, and the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit. No.
Leading off for Washington.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. Slow grounder to first. The Kid is up with it, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Striding in once again, Jordy Mercer. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning.
Mercer.
To first, reined in. And the two-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. 8th inning coming up. The Mets lead this one 2-0. Digging in to try it again. The kid is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. First pitch on its way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
This is where you got to pitch to the strikeout. Infield's drawn in. You don't want contact. You want to make him swing and miss. Throw the nastiest stuff you have.
Hey, let her fly.
Ready with the 0-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Harper has a read on it. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner from third. And he'll make it in to score. It's a sac fly and an RBI, and it's now a...
Hey, anytime you can win a game, let alone on the road, you have to feel really good about yourself. It's not easy going into that other team's ballpark and coming out with a win, but they did just that.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. 3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Metropolitans get the win to take a 2-0 series lead. Max Scherzer is tagged with the loss despite giving up only 2 unearned runs. So that's a wrap here tonight. From my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plezak, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Good night, everybody. Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. It's Game 3 of the National League Division Series between the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets. Game 3 of the NLDS next. Matt Harvey is on the mound, and he'll look to wrap up this division series. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, he's one of these guys that's going to battle. He sticks around the game long enough where you pick up a win like he did last outing. Only giving up 1 run, but he stayed in the game and he got the W. Maybe we'll see that type of performance from him today because he's that type.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 New York Mets.
And here's how the Nats line up in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, Matt, keep an eye on that number 2 spot. He's one of those guys you want at the plate in those big game-defining moments. He's such a clutch hitter. I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
All right, time for the majestic defensive alignment for the Mets. In this day and age with analytics and the shift applied all over the field, this team is old school. They may be a dinosaur. They don't shift as much as everybody else. They play that stationed standard baseball.
So stepping in, the kid, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
The kid.
Hey, drive that pitch, huh?
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Tharp going back on it. He gets there, and that's the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. And with 2 away now, we give you another glance at our up-to-the-minute playoff bracket. And here in this Game 3 of the division series, the big question is, will we see a sweep? Stepping in and ready for another shot, the kid. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The kid.
Wait for your pitch up there.
Into the windup and the pitch. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
Here's the pitch. Line hard into left. A leap, but he can't bring it down. Base hit. He'll get it into second. And this will wind up a closer play than I thought, but he's in there with 2 bases.
Well, there's another hit by him here in the postseason. You talk about impact players. This is how you impact the series, the way he's been swinging the bat.
Digging in to try it again. David Wright. He singled his last time up.
Right.
Oh, we can do it. Getting better. Let's go.
A runner at second, nobody out. Ground ball right side. Great stop by Napoli. Hey now.
Oh, that's a tough play, but he pulled it off perfectly. Once he made the great stop, still had to make a good feed to the pitcher covering, which isn't easy on routine grounders sometimes. Hard not to appreciate that one.
Striding in once again, Jack Bassett. 0 for 1 here in the early going. A man at third with 1 away. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Tharp racing back, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. And he'll make it in to score. It's a sac. Digging in and looking for more. The kid, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
I think this is an important inning for him. He just had a couple runs given to him, and now it's his job to show the guys I appreciate it by shutting them down.
In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now. Drilled on the ground to short. Mercer has it. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Ready for another chance. Wilson Ramos. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Hey, double him up. Let's go.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And this is on the ground to first. The throw pulls him off the bag.
Well, that's really hard to complain about this one because that's one of the hardest double plays to turn. The first baseman has to deal with the runner headed to second, and he sometimes shields you from throwing where you want to make the throw. They should have made it, but that's a tough play all the way around.
Ready once again, the kid. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
The kid.
All right, come on now. One time. Let it fly.
Hit hard on the ground towards second. Ramey comes up with it. On to first, and that is a big out to lead off the home 7th. Ready for another shot now. The kid. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
Hey, let her rip right here.
First delivery to him on the way. And that one right down Main Street.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike one becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at-bat.
Hard hit toward the hole. And into left field for a one-out hit.
Well, they got a little something started now. One out, little one-out rally. Got a chance to win the game. You got the winning runner on base now.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Now the 3-2 pitch. And that misses, ball 4. So now the potential winning run moves into scoring position where a single could end this thing.
Well, when you go with the slider there in a full count, you're hoping that the hitter is thinking fastball and swings through it. Didn't work out that way, though. He lays off and gets the free pass.
The 1-0. And a fastball just a bit high.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Possible game winners at second. Here, hit hard up the middle. Scooped up. A play at the plate. And the runner stuck in a pickle between third base and home. Nowhere to go as he's tagged out between third and home. Digging in once again, the kid, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Right guy, right place, easy hit.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
You love this situation right here, Matt. Runner on second, no outs. You either get him over or you get him in. Worst case, get him over and the next guy drives him in.
A 1 pitch on its way. A drive to left. Get out of here. Get out of here. Gone. They win it. Santa Maria. So a 2-run shot to left center, and none bigger than that one as this ball game is over.
Well, my advice to them is to enjoy this moment, celebrate with teammates, and then realize that none of it will matter if they don't get back to work in the NLCS. They've wet their beaks with this postseason success. Now they want some more.
Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Yeah, no question. He was a tough out up there. Ended up collecting 3 knocks, including a home run. So without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been the NL Division Series.
The final line score for this afternoon's ball game for the victorious New York Mets. 7 runs on 17 hits. 1 error. They left 21 men on base. For the Nationals, 6 runs on 14 hits. 1 error. They left 22 men on base.
The postseason atmosphere is electric as we welcome you to Game 1 of the League Championship Series on MLB Network. It's Game 1 of the National League Championship Series between the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. With me is Harold Hugh. This series has the feel of one that's about to get very interesting.
Looking at these two squads, it's clear both of them have several guys that can hurt you with the bat. It's not just the middle of the order guys that you have to look out for as a pitcher. So the team that gets the timely hitting and quality at bats is probably going to prevail.
The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now live as we count down to the start of Game 1. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Milwaukee Brewers.
Briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in Game 1. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. He's truly one of the great power hitters in the game. I love watching him, and he's got elite power. That's the kind of power that he can hit it over the light towers, and he can hit home runs that will show up on show track and everything else. So anytime he steps into the box, he's exciting to watch.
Jordan Zimmerman will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in Game 1. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, it's hard to have all 4 of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Brewers. And behind the plate is Jonathan Lucroy. You know, everybody talks about his ability to frame pitches. One of the best framers in all the game, but I really like how he catches and throws. This guy can catch.
Batting third, first baseman, the Kid.
on, guys. Get your pitch up there. Hey, you got it. No one better. Here we go.
And that's in there for a strike.
Man, I think he's trying to send a message right here. I'm going to challenge you. I like my stuff. I think I'm better than you. I don't care how good a hitter you are. And this guy's a good hitter, by the way. But he came right after him early in the count.
The 0-1 on its way. There's a ball ripped toward the gap in left center. And this will get to the wall now out near the Milwaukee bullpen. Murphy is on his way home. Now it's cut off. A throw to the plate. And not in time as the run scores.
Well, when you leave a pitch that high in the zone like that, you have to expect bad things to happen. So instead of a double play ball, he gives up a shot to the outfield, and that brings the runner all the way around from first to score.
Batting fourth, third baseman, number 5, David Wright.
Hey, let her rip one time.
One out and a runner on second base.
Hey, one pitch right here. Come on now.
Hit down the third baseline. Backhanded. Throw to first is in time to take care of Wright, and that's the second out. Stepping in, Jack Bassett.
Right fielder.
Come on, big guy.
Jack
See it. Drive it right here.
In the air out to left. Davis is under it, makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Mets played a run on a couple of hits. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. It's the Mets 1. The Brewers coming to bat. You're watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. Gene Segura standing in.
Batting second, the shortstop, Gene Segura.
Hey, we got one.
2 strikes now from Harvey. Drilled to first. The kid has it, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. And with 2 away, let's check out our playoff bracket as we give you a look at how these 2 teams advanced out of the divisional round to meet here for the league championship. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Gennett.
Hey, we got no outs here.
None out, runners at first and second. Here's a little chopper up the middle to second for 1. On to first, and they get the double play, but boy, was he ever upended at second base.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out, but the double play is the last thing you want in that situation.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. The kid, he'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Into the windup and the pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through for a hit. So with that, the top of the 3rd inning will continue at least 1 more batter.
Well, that's good hitting. 0-0. You want that fastball right where you're looking at it. Just take it right back at him. Nice swing.
Digging in to try it again, David Wright. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
David Wright.
Here's your pitch. Time it.
In there for strike 1, 0-1.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base, and this is how 2-out rallies start.
A runner on first with 2 away.
Here we go now. One at a time. Let's go,
Runner goes. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Davis is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Mets strand one. They lead it 1-0. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Jonathan Lucroy.
Hey, nobody out, man. Nobody out.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Oh, a diving stop. Got him.
Great diving stop down there at first to get the out. If that ball gets to the outfield, the whole complexion of this inning drastically changes.
Digging in and looking for more. The kid. He doubled earlier and carries a 2 for 2 line into this appearance.
Hey, I need you right here, one time.
First offering on its way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the move is Braun. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Digging in once again, the kid. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. Here's the first pitch to him. A high fastball is in there.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike one, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Hit hard on the ground to third. Throw gets him, 2 down. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Scooter Gennett. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Rolled slowly to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Gone in order are the Brewers. It remains 1-0.
Wow, that's a rarity. A 1-0 game in baseball these days. Both of these pitchers pitched awfully well. It's a shame one of them had to lose this game.
This one, definitely a low-scoring affair as we get one last look at our final line score. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Well, you know he wants that one pitch back that led to the lone hit, but it was pretty awesome watching him do his thing. He had guys off balance and flailing at the plate all game long, so he really was the story.
And that 1 run held up tonight, 1-0 the final. The Metropolitans take the 1-0 lead here in the League Championship Series. So that's a wrap here tonight. From my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Good night, everybody. We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. It's the second game of the National League Championship Series between the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers. Two great hitters lead their teams to battle next on MLB Network. Mike Fiers is on the mound for game 2. What's your take on him, H?
Well, Matt, he pitched into the 5th inning last outing. I think we've got to get more. I want to see more of this game. If he's able to go deeper, keep his team in it, and maybe walk away with the win. That's what I'm looking for in this game.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Milwaukee Brewers.
And now a chance to meet the Mets. What's this lineup have to do tonight in order to get a W here on the road, HR?
One of the great things about being a hitter is when the wind is blowing out. One of the bad things is when it's blowing in. Just psychologically, you think, if I hit my best ball, it's not going anywhere, and you have a tendency to overswing. You can't let the wind affect you.
Batting third, first baseman, the Kid.
Hey, see it. Drive it. Let's go, big dog. Get your pitch, huh? Hey, let it rip one time. Need you right here.
First offering on its way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
This is the situation where there's a lot of pressure on the infielders if the ball's put in play on the ground. Both the guy at first and at the plate are burners, so a double play is going to be tough. Even getting one out could be a challenge.
Line drive to center field. And he'll lay out to make a spectacular catch. Wow. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Stepping in and ready for another shot. The Kid 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Come on, right here, one time. Here we go. Hey, one pitch right here. Come on now.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Here you go, baby. Find a good pitch.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Well, it's awful difficult, Matt, to hit when you find yourself down 0-2, but particularly when you haven't even swung the bat yet. Now you're in protect mode, and you haven't taken one swing.
To short, hit hard. And that's through into left, a base hit. Murphy is on his way home. And he's going to score with ease as the throw will be too late.
Well, he had 2 strikes on the hitter. Perfect count to put him away. Tried to elevate the fastball, just didn't get it up there enough.
Digging in to try it again. David Wright 0 for 1 here in the early going. Ready on 1 and 2. Ground ball sent back up the middle. A step on the bag for 1. On to first, and that'll take care of Wright. A double play. Striding in once again, Scooter Gennett comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here it comes on 0-2. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And indeed, he won't try to force it at second. He'll just hit in 2 tries so far.
All right, come on now. Let it fly.
Here comes the first pitch. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Hey, let's go, big fella.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. So a 2-run homer down.
That wasn't a particularly deep home run by today's standards, but it certainly did scream out of the park in a hurry. You see there on show track an impressive 112 miles an hour off the bat.
Digging in once again, Ryan Braun. He's been hit by a pitch and walked in the game thus far.
Let's go.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Grounded to first. The kid takes it in. And he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. The kid will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going.
Hey, let's go, big fella.
Takes this the other way to right, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down in shallow right for the second out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
Gene Segura standing in. He laid down a
The shortstop,
sacrifice
number
bunt
9.
in his last trip.
Gene Segura.
Hey, one away, one away.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Smoked on the ground up the middle. What a flip for one. On to first, it's a double play. As their woes continue, the inning is over. Acrobatics that time to the bag to get this double play started. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Ready for another shot now. The kid, he'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Let's go right here.
Ninth inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike one becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at-bat.
The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Braun is there. One quick out.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
Tonight's game comes to an end. 5-1 the final score. New York get the win to take a 2-0 series lead. So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Good night, everybody. We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. It's Game 3 of the National League Championship Series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the New York Mets. Who will get the better of this compelling matchup? We'll find out next on MLB Network. Jacob deGrom will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What's your take on him, H?
Well, Matt, I'm curious about what's in the tank for him. Last game, he pitched deep into the game, pitched into the 8th inning and got the win. But back-to-back starts, I don't know if he has the stamina or not. We'll see if he can go as deep in this one as well.
Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 New York Mets.
And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee Brewers. What's this club need to focus on this evening, H?
Tell you what, Matt, they got a great pitcher going, so it takes the pressure off the offense. You know you don't need 5 or 6 runs to win a game. You just scrape out a couple, and he's going to make it stand up.
Jacob deGrom gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, what I like about him is he knows how to pitch. He gives his team a chance to win every time. Last outing was a perfect example. He gave up 2 runs, and he still stuck around long enough to get the W. He's going to keep them in the game. I look for that type of performance in this game as well. Well, let's take a look at the Mets defense, brought to you by Majestic. In this day and age, when teams are moving all over the place playing the shift, these guys are old school, very traditional. You don't see the shift applied very often to this club.
So digging in now, the kid. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
The kid.
Now a fastball is swung on and tipped foul right near home plate. It's strike 1. 0-1 pitch on its way. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Well, that's 2 strikes at the knees, and now you find yourself 0-2. I tell you, he's throwing the ball so well, you got to set your sights down low and look for any pitch down.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And rarely do you see a player of his caliber fooled that badly, but he was tied up in knots that time. 2 away now. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. Right there.
Here's Ryan Braun now. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Ryan Braun.
All right, come on now.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Murphy's got it to second for 1. Back to first, and Braun is retired on the double play ball.
A really good pitch from the pitcher right there. Down in the zone, hits on top of it, induces the ground ball double play.
Ready for another chance? Adam Lind looking to follow up the RBI single from his first at-bat.
Lind.
Hey, you need a strikeout right here.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Now a bunt attempt here. The kid takes it in. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play to react, and they take care of him.
Digging in for his second at-bat. The kid comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Let's go, big dog.
First pitch on its way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Even though he let that one go, you know that's the kind of pitch he likes to take a big hack at. Not too many power hitters that don't like a stomach-high fastball, so he's probably not throwing that one again.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Gomez on the run. He gets there, and that's the second out. Digging in to try it again. The kid, no hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Peralta pauses. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
He swung so hard, I don't know how he stayed on his feet or kept his helmet on. I'm surprised he didn't fall down. He swung so hard. What a big swing.
Now the 0-1. Takes a look at a fastball down the middle for strike number 2.
Matt, he's thrown 2 pitches right down the middle and got away with them. I don't think he should go back there again, but he's got to locate a little bit better if he wants to put him away. This guy's too good a hitter.
Hard liner toward short. But this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the run on 2 hits. Ready for another shot now. The kid, no hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First offering on its way. Takes this the other way to right. Braun is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this means. We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. It's Game 4 of the National League Championship Series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the New York Mets. Game 4 of the National League Championship Series is next. John Neese will be on the mound for Game 4. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I mean, they're all good. He throws them for strikes, he dominates, he mixes speeds up. I asked him one day, what's your best pitch? And he told me all 5.
The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. Into the box now. The kid, no one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
I'm looking forward to this at bat right here, Matt. 2 outs, bases empty, and you got the power guy at the plate. He's going to let it fly. He must. I guarantee you he will.
Oh, this one bounces off the pitcher. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Well, he tried to double up with him on fastball. Showed him one. He got the next one. He measured the first one and timed the second one for the base hit.
Batting fourth, third baseman, David.
0-1. Pitch outside. The throw. Not in time. He's in there at second. Well, that stolen base was about as bang-bang as they come, and his show track demonstrates to us right here it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. Drilled to first. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Well, when you've got a guy with speed like that, he's going from second to home on a base hit just about every time. The top speed here on show track is about as fast as you'll ever see, and he ended up making that play not even close.
Digging in to try it again. The kid.
The kid.
All right, one time, right here.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Man, I think he's trying to send a message right here. I'm going to challenge you. I like my stuff. I think I'm better than you. I don't care how good a hitter you are. And this guy's a good hitter, by the way. But he came right after him early in the count.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at-bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
Lifted in the air out to center field. And Gomez will make the catch, and the inning is over. Some more of the colorful characters here at the ballpark tonight. Ready for another shot now. The kid, he's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Well, there's a strike looking, but you know what? They've been so patient. They're leading in this game, I think, because of their discipline at the plate. They're not swinging at balls out of the zone.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So a nice job there to fight off an 0-2 pitch and keep the inning alive for at least one more batter.
Well, there's another hit by him here in the postseason. You talk about impact players. This is how you impact the series, the way he's been swinging the bat.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, David Wright. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. Pitch is mishandled behind the plate, and it bounces away. And he'll make it to second here as he's moved into scoring position now after the passed ball. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. Not nearly in time as he takes third easily.
You know, I was pretty surprised to see him on the move to third because it didn't seem like he had that much of a lead, but he made it work out. That was really impressive.
And a good 0-2 pitch there, but Wright able to lay off to make it a ball and 2 strikes.
Pretty standard fastball right there, 0-2. Now he's changed the eye level of the batter so he can start working something in like an off-speed curveball down in the zone.
This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Settling in now, Jason Rogers. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Jason Rogers.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. Reined in. And indeed, he'll take only the out at first as the run comes in to score. Here's Chris Davis now. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Chris Davis.
Here's the 0-1. Grounded back up the middle. Step on the bag for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play. Digging in and looking for more. The kid, he's 2 for 3 thus far. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike 1, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Now that's a big swing. That's what the big fella's supposed to do. Look to go downtown. Let it all fly. He let the dog out right there. I want to see if he calms it down or does it again on this pitch.
And Gomez will look this one in for out number 2. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take the deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
Scooped up, and indeed, he won't try to force it at second. He'll just flip on to first for the sure out.
Hey, one of the keys to having a good record in baseball is to win some games at home. So this was a big win to win at home in front of their home crowd.
Before we take our leave, time for a look at our final line score here in what turned out to be a close 2-run victory. And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game.
Final line score.
Yeah, no.
MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's on to Game 5 of the National League Championship Series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the New York Mets. And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee. Now at the plate,
Batting
the
third.
kid. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
The kid.
Ground ball to second. This could be two. One there. On to Lind. It's a double play, and the inning is over. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. An inning in the books. No score on MLB Network. Digging in to try it again, Adam Lind.
Leading off for
He's
Milwaukee.
0 for 1 thus
First
far.
baseman, Adam
Here's the pitch
Lind.
on 2-2. Weakly hit towards first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted. Stepping in and ready for
First
another
baseman,
shot.
number
The
3.
kid comes into
The
this
kid.
at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Get your pitch and drive it, kid. Here you
First
go.
delivery to him on the way. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
Man, I think he's trying to send a message right here. I'm going to challenge you. I like my stuff. I think I'm better than you. I don't care how good a hitter you are. And this guy's a good hitter, by the way. But he came right after him early in the count.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. Solo shot to right center. His second home run of the series. And the Mets move out to a 2-1 lead.
Well, when it left its bat, I didn't think it had the height to even clear the fence. Shows you how much I know. That thing was a laser shot that just kept going and going and going. Wow, that was impressive.
Digging in and looking for more, the kid. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First offering on its way. The high fastball is in there.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
1 out, nobody on. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. High in the air out to center field. Gomez has a read on it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. Ready once again, the kid. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
Time right now. Hey, you got it. No,
he's ready. Here's the first offering. Smoked on the ground up the middle and into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single.
Well, there's another hit by him here in the postseason. You talk about impact players. This is how you impact the series, the way he's been swinging the bat.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame.
Right side, right place. Here we go.
Runners on first with 1 down. Now a ball hit hard toward first. And he is back safely at first, and that was almost trouble. And he is out at second base. And, partner, that's going to do it for this one.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
And there's no better time of year to come up big for your team than in the postseason, and that's exactly what this man did. He's our top player of the game. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's Game 6 of the National League Championship Series between the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. Set for what should be a good one. Lineups and first pitch are next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now your 2016 Milwaukee Brewers.
And now a chance to meet the Mets. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, I think the focus has to be on the man hitting third. He's having a good series against these guys so far. He's been a huge factor, particularly driving in runs. He's already driven in 5 in this series so far. So clutch situations with guys on base, this is the guy to watch.
Matt Garza is charged with keeping their hopes alive on the mound here in the League Championship Series. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, he's got 5 pitches, and I love the fact he mixes them well. And we'll just see if he's on today. That means he's throwing strikes with all of them, and he'll have a dominant game if he does so. Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Brewers. And in center field, Carlos Gomez, Mr. Excitement. He'll go climb a wall, make a play, shake it on you, let you know he caught it, and then throw it in with a smile.
Coming to the plate now, the kid. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Into the windup and the pitch. A high fastball is in there.
Man, I think he's trying to send a message right here. I'm going to challenge you. I like my stuff. I think I'm better than you. I don't care how good a hitter you are. And this guy's a good hitter, by the way. But he came right after him early in the count.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Braun has a read on it, and the inning is over. Mets go down 1-2-3. Now it's the Brew Crew's turn in a scoreless ball game. Stepping in and ready for another shot, the kid comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lifted in the air to center. Gomez has a read on it. And that's the third out. Down in order go the Mets. On to the bottom of the fourth now, still with no score. Here's Chris Davis now. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Chris Davis.
A shot to first base and caught there to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. Through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Digging in once again, the kid. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. Line drive to center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his left, and that's the second out of the inning. Digging in to try it again, the kid. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Here's the first pitch to him. Belt high and right down the middle for a strike.
That's a big pitch right there. It could change the at-bat. When you're facing a good hitter like this, that first pitch, strike 1, is so important as to who's going to control this at-bat. Right now, pitcher's got the advantage.
Here comes the 0-1. On the move is Murphy. But this is hauled in by the second baseman. Back to first, a double play. And with that, the ball game is over.
Wow, that game flew by, but that's what happens when you get a well-pitched one-run game. Both hurlers battled, and it's almost a shame somebody had to lose this one.
final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And guys, the Brewers were given an excellent starting pitching performance from this man, Matt Garza. Can't ask for much more. He's our top player of the game.
Well, they sent him out there to try to finish off the complete game, but he wound up needing a little bit of help from his friends in the bullpen. Still, 8 1/3 quality innings is a great start anyway.
Final line score for our ball game tonight.
And that one run held up
Brewers.
tonight, 1-0 the
6
final. Milwaukee. MLB Network is your exclusive home for postseason baseball. It's the finale, Game 7 of the National League Championship Series between the New York Mets and the Milwaukee Brewers. Hi again, everybody. Matt Vasgersian welcoming you to our exclusive postseason coverage on MLB Network. The postseason is officially in full swing. Lineups and first pitch coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
And now, your Milwaukee Brewers.
And briefly here, a glance at the two starters who'll get the ball here in this one. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. Looking at his stats, I was really impressed with the fact that he's hit 4 bombs in his last 10 games. Lately, he's been the guy to watch, and I think he's ready to do some more damage right now.
Mike Fiers gets the ball here at home in Game 7 of the League Championship Series. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, his last outing was curious to me. That's the word I'll use, is curious, because if you go 5 innings, you get that 5 and bail, right? Well, he went 5 innings, but then he got the loss. He just wasn't able to go further. I think he's got to give them a little more distance and be able to execute his pitches early on a little bit better in this game. Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Brewers. And in the outfield, Ryan Braun. He's been an interesting case. Plays shortstop and college.
Batting third, first baseman, the Kid.
Hey, let the can up there, kid, huh?
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Oh, he reached back and challenged him right there. I like that. Early in the count. Here it is, big fella. I know you're a good hitter, but I'm coming right after you.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes.
Here we go now. Come on now. One time.
This is line to left.
Nice job.
In there, a base hit.
Well, there's another hit by him here in the postseason. You talk about impact players. This is how you impact the series, the way he's been swinging the bat.
Batting fourth, third baseman, number 5, David Wright.
0-1 count and the pitch. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Braun over to his left. 2 gone. Stepping in, Jack Bassett.
Batting fifth, right fielder, Jack Bassett.
Grounded to short. Segura fields it cleanly, and the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Ready for another chance? The kid, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. In there for strike 1. Third inning, no score to this point. Hard hit at third. Throw gets him. 2 down. In is the catcher, Jonathan Lucroy. A base hit in his first trip.
Jonathan Lucroy.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit well on the ground to first. And this will work as a sacrifice as they get the out at first, but the runner moves into scoring position at second base. Digging in to try it again. The kid, he's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Hard liner toward short, but this is pulled in by the shortstop, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice.
Leading off for the Mets, first baseman, the kid.
Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
The 0-1 on its way. Hit hard back up the middle, and it's through for a base hit. They'll have the leadoff man aboard to start the inning. So their half of the 8th opens with a man aboard.
Well, here he goes again. Here's that guy, a leadoff base hit. He's having a nice postseason. He is really locked in right now.
Here's the third baseman, David Wright. He was retired after popping out in his last at. Hit on the ground to third. He's got it. Throw to first is in time for the first out. Striding in once again, Jack Bassett. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The throw not nearly in time as he takes third easily. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Andres Chang.
Left fielder, Andres Chang.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. All tied at 1-1.
Well, they've taken care of business all season long, and tonight was no exception. They've proven to be the best team in the National League. Now it's time to see if they can become the best in the entire game. Celebrate tonight, and the World Series is next. Congrats to the NL champs.
And guys, time to recognize the man who really stood out this afternoon, and there he is. Jonathan Lucroy. Can't ask for much more. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he played a nice game out there, as did some of his teammates, but he seemed to be the biggest difference maker, so he gets the nod in this one.
For Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching the National League Championship Series.
The final line score for our ball game tonight.